Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a whole bunch of skincare products from a brand that I think is exceptionally beautiful and special. If you are new here and you love skincare, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you can also ring the bell if you would like to be notified every time I upload a new video, which is usually on Wednesdays and Sundays. So a quick disclaimer before we get going, the products mentioned in today's video have all been gifted. And it's also worth mentioning that this is an incredibly high-end brand. It's very luxurious. I don't often talk about brands within this price point because most of them I don't stand behind. But I'm familiar with this brand and I will kind of go all through that as the video kind of moves forwards. But if you don't like high-end, luxury, expensive products, if that type of video is not useful to you or you could just find it annoying, then this probably isn't the one for you. But don't worry, because I feature products at all different price points from low to high. I'm just sharing you products that I love. Okay, so let's get started. So the brand that I want to talk about today is African Botanics. I first was kind of introduced to this brand about, I think it was about 3 years ago. I'm not completely sure, but it was a while ago. And I love these products. I like the whole identity of the brand. This is an independent company. It's not owned by, a huge one. It's a family business. They're from South Africa, and a lot of the ingredients, or maybe even all of them, but let's say a lot of the ingredients in this natural, sustainable products are from South Africa. So that's where the family is from, but they're now based in California. The reason why I like these products so much, and I do feel like they are worthy of their luxury status, is because, you'll see as we go on, like the packaging is really, it's kind of, it's not overly packaged, it's not wastefully packaged, but everything is presented in such a beautiful, stylish way that I personally really enjoy. And they smell incredible. Now, you often hear me complaining about the way that products smell and wishing that they just didn't have any fragrance in them whatsoever. These are fragranced with the natural botanical ingredients that are used in them. I know that even that kind of fragrance can be a problem for people. So if that is like an issue for you, then this might not be the range for you, but they literally smell incredible. I've never ever smelled products so beautiful, sorry, and so unique ever. They really kind of blew my mind. So that's another reason why I like them. But what's really great about them, and most important, is that the formulas are really good and they're really potent products. The reason why I use natural products kind of less these days than I used to is because I like my serums and my skincare products to have really potent actives in them, and they don't always offer that. Whereas these guys do really good serums. They've got a couple of retinol serums, which I've tried. They've got like an oil one, and then they've got a gel version, and they've got great vitamin C serums. So they've got really good, powerful anti-aging skincare products that really kind of deliver results in the skin, and that's very important for me. So combined, I just really love this brand. So I'm really excited to show you the products that I've got and that I've been using, and talk you through them and show you them and kind of talk about the textures and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to get started with cleansers. I've actually got 3 with me today. So the first one I'm going to show you is the Fleur de Rose Cream Cleanser, which I've got here. This is absolutely beautiful. Now, it smells like roses, but it really does smell like the actual flower, like really kind of realistic, absolutely beautiful. I imagine to kind of fragrance a product like this, it costs an absolute fortune. It's basically a super nourishing cream cleanser that's also nice and hydrating on the skin that I usually use as my second cleanse in the evening. There's no way on earth I would waste this on removing my makeup and SPF. Absolutely no way. It's far too precious for that. So I just literally use something much more simple to get the grime and the makeup and SPF off, and then I go in with this and it's lovely. In addition to that, they've got 2 cleansers here. Now there's the Botanical Enzyme Polish, and then there's the Baobab oxygenating cleanser. Now, I've used both of these cleansers in the past, like over a year ago when I first kind of was introduced to the brand, and at the time I used the enzyme polish and I found it very nice, but I'm not really into physical exfoliators right now, so I haven't been using this one because I'm just not sure how I feel about them on the skin. But instead I've been using the Baobab Clay Oxygenating Cleanser. So this is basically a gel cleanser and it smells, again, absolutely incredible. Really beautiful. If you ever get a chance to go into a store and kind of play around with these products and smell them, I really urge you to do it and to get a closer look at the packaging, which is so unique, because I think that that's what kind of leads you to fall in love with this brand. So basically what I've been doing with this is using this as a morning cleanse, and even though it's like a clay cleanser, it kind of doesn't feel like that. It's like a kind of like a semi-opaque gel texture, and then it's really good to apply it to damp skin, and it really does kind of clean the skin. It's probably the most intense cleanser that I own, which is actually really nice right now because it makes my skin feel very clean, which a lot of the cleansers I use are oils or kind of balm cleansers. So this is definitely more, yeah, on the clean skin feeling side without leaving it stripped or anything like that, because you know I can't stand cleansers like that. But this is lovely, and it's really good because my skin has just been really playing up recently, just not itself at all, and I've been speaking about it in other videos. I've been getting breakouts on my cheeks. One of you guys suggested that maybe it's rosacea, which it could be. My cheeks have always been quite red though, but it does seem like it could be that. But I've even been getting pimples on my head and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's just a case of the seasons changing or what's going on with my skin right now, but I've definitely had to use different products on it and things that aren't necessarily so rich and heavy. So this has been a really nice cleanser to use because I feel like it just, yeah, takes away any residue from my skin and just kind of helps rebalance it. And as I mentioned, it smells divine. So basically the products that I'm going to show you, I have been following in a regime. So I'm going to be talking you through them. So after I've cleansed, I will then go in with this one here, which is the absolutely wonderful Rose Treatment Essence, which has the same kind of very flower-like scent as the cleanser. So this is a really light gel-like consistency that you just, you can see here. And what's nice about actually all of the products that I'm going to show you, other than this, is that they all kind of like disappear. They're gel textures and they disappear into the skin without any residue. So this does literally just very quickly sink in with that lovely rose scent, which is just so nice. And I find rose really kind of calming and comforting as well. So that's lovely. And it just acts as like a gentle hydrator, and then it will prepare your skin for any serums that you go on with afterwards. So after the essence, I've been using the Nutritive Molecule Serum, which is advanced antioxidants with vitamin C. They use a stable form of vitamin C in this. And again, this has that really nice, lightweight gel texture that this is like a slightly more brown color, but just kind of like disappears into the skin. So they all lay out really nicely. They don't peel on the skin or anything like that. In terms of the scent of this one, this is quite different. I still really like it, but this one might be like not everyone's cup of tea because it kind of smells quite potent in that unusual way that some of Sunday Riley's products smell like. And I would say that in terms of strength of the actives, it does kind of remind me of Sunday Riley's products in terms of that's how potent these are. So this is a really nice day serum, which I've actually been using in the morning and in the evening recently, and it works really nice. Quickly kind of dissolves into the skin without any stickiness, which I think is really nice for a vitamin C product, especially at this time of year. So the next one I'm going to show you is the Resurrection Eye Cream. Now this is a really, really good eye cream. It's got vitamin C, it's got CoQ10, I believe, niacinamide, licorice root. So there are plenty of antioxidants and also calming ingredients within all of the kind of deck of ingredients throughout all of the different products. But I think that vitamin C in an eye cream is a really lovely ingredient to have in there, because it just helps brighten the eye area, and it will just help thicken the skin and help with collagen and just kind of fine lines. And vitamin C is just, I think, a really good ingredient to have in an eye product. But what they've got in addition to this, which normally I would let out a bit of an eye roll at this type of product, this type of ingredient, they've got like diamond powder in it, which I just think, oh my gosh, that's so pretentious. But in this case, it's actually quite useful, because what it does is it creates that similar effect that the Touche Eclat from Yves Saint Laurent does, where it doesn't act as a concealer, it acts as like it kind of bounces the light out. So it just kind of adds a slight highlight to the under eye area. Not like you've put highlight on there, but it does just help the light bounce out, which is actually quite useful. And I do think that this does kind of like brighten the eye area. It's intensely moisturizing and hydrating. The one thing I will only say about this is I prefer to use it during the day, because I've been using this all around. But when I use it on the upper eyelid in the evening, my eyes are sometimes a little bit puffy in the morning. So for this type of thing, it's either better to just stick to the underneath, or you just use it during the day, depending on how your eyes react to these kind of products. But also, again, because this has got a long deck of botanical ingredients in this, and it is an eye cream, you just need to be careful, because I feel like the eye area can sometimes be particularly sensitive to these types of ingredients. So just bear that in mind with this. Sorry, I've got them the wrong way around. What I usually do is I apply this before the eye cream. So this is called the Cloudburst Micro Emulsion Balancing Moisturizer. Now this again is the same gel texture. I'm going to put this on the other hand, because this hand is getting all of the good stuff. So this has got like a lovely green color, as I mentioned, that same kind of slippy gel texture that feels very kind of wet, really nice and hydrating, perfect for this time of year, because it's not going to weigh the skin down. And again, this has got that kind of the same as this, that quite divisive natural scent to it that I personally love, but some of you might not, but I think it smells glorious. And that's all sorts of skin kind of healing, balancing, nourishing, antioxidants to the max. Really, really nice deck of ingredients. Then when I finish the routine, I go in with the neroli infused marula oil. Now this is, I think if you are going to get one product from this brand and you like a face oil, then you should get this. Now, as far as I'm aware, don't go mad at me if I'm wrong, but I believe that African Botanics have been doing the whole marula oil thing way before Drunk Elephant. I'm almost sure of that, but again, don't kill me if I'm wrong, because they get their marula oil from South Africa. That's where they're from. The family that own this brand, it's Julia and Craig, really, really lovely people. And that was kind of like the heart of the brand, is to use this marula oil from South Africa that is just incredible for the skin. And this is the type of oil, kind of like the Vintner's Daughter oil, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. It kind of reminds me of that, in that it's the type of oil that will just really heal kind of blemishes and breakouts, rebalance the skin. That's good for all different skin types. Now this one is infused with a really good quality neroli, and I can tell that by the smell. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's very fragranced. So if you are sensitive to that, then you can just, they've got another version that you can just get with the marula oil without the neroli as well. But I think that this just smells absolutely glorious. It really does You get like a real experience with these products in terms of like the beautiful packaging that's very, very unique. I love that there's a sustainable element to the brand and everything's natural, but with those really potent actives so that they will actually really kind of deliver those results that really change and transform your skin. So the last one that I'm going to show you is the Le Masque Hydrolift Intense. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. So this is basically a face mask. Now, some of you guys will know that I'm not really that into face masks because I just feel like they're such a faff when you have to rinse them off. And I actually gave away, I had a huge jar of the May Lindstrom, the Problem Solver mask that you mix with water. And I just, even though it's a fantastic mask, I just couldn't be bothered to mix it. And then it's such a mess to rinse off. And that's why I really like this one, because it's basically a gel. It's quite runny, so you have to be careful not to spill it, which I've just done. It's basically like a gel type consistency. They recommend that you apply a kind of like a thick layer of this to the skin, but the way that I prefer to use it, because you can leave this on, you can kind of put it on for 10 minutes and then rinse it off. Or you can do what I do, because they do say you can leave it on. I prefer to apply a thin layer of it so it goes further, and then just let it sink into the skin and then just leave it on overnight. So you can just apply, you know, something like this before. This is what I would do, the essence, and then go on with this, and then just leave it on, keep it really, really simple and leave it for that. And this has got vitamin C in it. And again, when you put it on the face, you can really feel how active it is on the skin. You can really feel it getting to work because all of the ingredients feel very concentrated. And in addition to vitamin C, it's got like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, it's got lots of algae and marine extracts in there. So there's going to be plenty of antioxidants. So it's something that will just kind of really plump out and hydrate your skin. So it's nice if you are kind of going out that evening. So obviously you would rinse it off if you were doing that. You wouldn't want to put your makeup on top of this, but just if you're looking to kind of, if you know that you're going to be getting on a flight and your skin's going to be really dehydrated, or if you've just come for one and your skin just wants that kind of brightening Hydra boost where it just all plumps up and looks lovely. So those are all of the products that I've got to show you today. I hope that you thought that they were interesting and to show you something a little bit more luxurious and high-end. If you've tried any of the products yourself, or you're interested, or you've got any questions, then just let me know in the comments below. You can also follow African Botanics on Instagram. It's just at African Botanics. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.